Yeah, it should be interesting. It should be interesting.
So how did you come to have Antonio Gates on your team? What happened there?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that trade, how it went down, how you were contacted, and how you ended up with making the call.
Well, we felt it was a pretty big no-brainer on the end of the Buffalo Armadillos for making that trade. We ended up giving up some potential good players. I believe the trade was Felix Jones and Antonio Holmes for Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates and Pierre Thomas. Felt pretty strong about it, getting an elite tight end and an elite quarterback, and it was a real no-brainer for the Buffalo Armadillos front office.
What do you think the CEO of the Tallahassee Trouser Sakes was thinking when he made that trade?
You know, Turtle's in a tough spot. I feel like he felt like he was under the gun to make something happen after he spent his money pretty early in the auction draft, and he felt like he had to make some moves. I thought he had a pretty good team coming out of the auction, but he must have been, he was aggressively pursuing some action on the trade market, so he had to make a move, and he did it.
Well, from my perspective, you came out on top there. We want to get your picks for next week, so we're going to all do our picks together. Alex and I play each other this week. The Potomac Pretenders play the Crapstone Prairie Dogs. Who do you like in that matchup?
You know, I'm going to actually have to go with Zandio Dunstan in that matchup. After seeing Jamal Charles had a rough week last week, and he's playing against another strong defense. I don't know how Jamal Charles is going to do in the first couple weeks, and I don't know. I gotta go with the Crapstone Prairie Dogs there.
Well, that's fair. Next up, we got the Sioux City Smugglers versus Sausage Wallets. Who do you like?
I do like the Sioux City Smugglers. I think Raj put together a great squad. Pets team, he got some help last week with that 99-yard TD for Welker, and and I don't see that happening again. Though he does have the potential MVP in Aaron Rodgers, I really think the Smugglers are going to come out with another big victory this week.
Alex, who do you like in that matchup?
You know, I think Seth's beginner's luck is going to ride one more week, and he's going to come out on top of the top-scoring Sioux City Smugglers. So I think the top dog's going to go down this week. I got to go against you on this one, Jack.
And I think Rodgers is going to hold up this week again. He's going to have another big week, and the Sausage Wallets are going to have the victory over the Smugglers.
Mm-hmm. And I believe he's got Arian Foster coming in ready to play this week. Isn't that right?
It is. I'm not trusting that hammy yet, though. I think he's going to get minimal carries, and he's not going to be a factor.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate on how much play he's actually going to get and if he's completely healthy or should play. So we'll see.
Next up, we got the Bakersfield Border Collies and the Gnawbone Butte Pirates. I'll start off this one. I like the Bakersfield boys. I think the AP is going to have a big day against Tampa, and I think Jonas is going to ride that wave to 2-0. Alex?
Yeah, the Gnawbone Butte Pirates are going to take it this week, and it's just not going to end up in a victory for them. I just don't see them having a chance, especially after that abysmal showing they gave up next week.
Mr. Lencheski, who do you think?
Yeah, it's a real no-brainer here. You got to go with the BF Border Collies. Jason's put together a great squad. Anytime you're putting Michael Vick out there, you got to be prepared for the victory. And Jason just got a great looking squad this week. The Butte Pirates with Kevin Cobb. I don't know. I don't trust him. I think you got to go with the Border Collies.
Very nice. We got the Poughkeepsie Pandas against the Hollywood Hotties this week. Alex, what do you think?
Really like the Hollywood Hotties. Tom Brady, awesome showing last week. The Hollywood Hotties got a plethora of good players, and I just think they're going to come out on top this year. Nick had a really good draft, and though the Poughkeepsie Pandas have AP and the Vikings have committed to a a run game. I think the Hotties come out on top.
Okay. I'm also going to go with the Hollywood Hotties this week. I think he's got too strong of a team not to win. And, Tyler's main thing is he puts in the most research and he wins, but he's a busy mailman now, so he's not getting the internet time that he needs. He's got a little lady on his arm, and I think that's going to affect him. Jack, what do you think?
On the
Hollywood Hotties versus the Poughkeepsie Pandas.
Ooh, the Poughkeepsie Pandas. I don't know. I think the Hollywood Hotties, they'll sneak up on you. I think what they're doing down in Miami is really helping him out with Reggie Bush and Brandon Marshall. I did not see that coming.
Nor did I.
And then anytime Tim Brady's out on the field, look out. Look out.
That's right.
Because he might just drop 5-17 on 4 touchdowns on you on a Monday night. Who knows?
Tallahassee Trouser Snakes. The South takes on the North. They take on the Duluth Draft Dodgers. Who do you like this week, Mr. Lincheski?
The Tallahassee Trouser Snakes and the Duluth Draft Dodgers. You got to go with the DQ. You got Adam, a new first-time owner coming in, expansion team in the league, and he quietly put together a great draft. I feel like, and I really like the DQ to come out on top over the Tal Trouser Snakes.
Very nice. Alex, what do you think?
I think I'm going to go against the grain again this week. I know this is the low pick, but I'm going to go with the Tallahassee Trouser Snakes. Even though I don't think Cutler is going to perform very well this week, I think there's other players that are really going to come through with him. Peyton Hillis is going to play Indy, and I don't think their defense is going to be able to control that. And that LaShawn McCoy, he can put up some points. I love using him on that short pass game out of the backfield, and I think Tallahassee will come out on top.
Mr. Lincheski?
What's up?
Didn't we ask him?
Oh, yeah. that's right. I'm sorry. My pick.
Kyle Putton.
My pick. I like the team from the North, the Duluth Draft Dodgers. They gave me a surprise last week. They came out. They punched me in the mouth. I like the matchup with Big Ben versus Seattle. I think he's going to throw for some big yards. They're coming. The Bears this week have New Orleans, so you can't expect the monster points like they put up last week. But I wouldn't have said that when they played the Falcons, so who knows? I'm going to go with the Duluth Draft Dodgers over the Tallahassee Trouser Snakes. Next up, the Philly Dream Team versus the Buffalo Armadillos. Alex Dunn, your thoughts?
Oh man, this might be the toughest game to pick out of the whole week. They're both very strong teams. I think Jack's team has more potential than it showed last week, especially with Rivers and Gates. They connected in a little bit last week, but they didn't connect as much as they have in the past. So I don't know. My everything in my mind's telling me the Philly Dream Team. I think I'm going to go with my gut on this one and pick the Buffalo Armadillos.
I think as good as everyone sees New England, Chad Henne last week threw for, 350 and a couple touchdowns? Mm-hmm. I think Phillip Rivers and Gates are going to be a 1-2 punch this week for the Buffalo Armadillos, and I think they're going to come out on top. Mr. Lincheski?
Thanks for the encouragement, boys. I'm always going to pick my spot every time. We're always contenders. I see how hard they work every week. And I think we're going to really put together a great performance against Philly Dream Team. I think Breed is going to have a tough time dealing with that Bears defense with Chicago coming down there. So we'll see. I feel like the game will be decided on the Bayou.
Beautiful, Jack. Well, thanks for giving us a ring back. It was only a short delay. We're happy to have you on the show. It turned out real great, and we will.
Great to be on with you guys.
We're gonna wrap it up here, and we will talk to you next week. Good luck this week.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Thanks, bud.
Take it easy, Jack.
Well, that was quite a show, Sir Alexander O'Duncan. We got the picks in the book we talked about last week. I think we are all set for the outgoing music. Everyone, thanks for joining us. We will talk to you next week on Under the Foreskin.